Happy birthday to legendary icon George Harrison. From lead guitarist of the Beatles to global icon, today on another vinyl show. Ike Frazier Industries presents another vinyl show with Ike Frazier. Born in Liverpool on February 25th, 1943, it's rumored that George Harrison's mother listened to BBC India Bombay every day while she was pregnant with little baby George, and there we see him right there. Later, he becomes friends with schoolmate Paul McCartney, and with Paul McCartney joins the Quarrymen, who become the Beatles, and there we see the Beatles with Pete Best. Then in Hamburg, he becomes friends with drummer Ringo Starr. The Beatles get Brian Epstein as a manager to take them to the next level. Ringo Starr becomes a Beatle, and they're on their way. Well, we all know about Beatle Mania, but George just gets one composition, his first song, Don't Bother Me, on With the Beatles, and that'd be Meet the Beatles in America. Then he would have to wait till Help to get two songs, I Need You and You Like Me Too Much and I Like You. There we see the Beatles changing the world at Shea Stadium. Now, not only does he get two songs on the classic Rubber Soul album, but he also introduces the sitar to the rock world. And he does this again on Revolver, where he gets three songs, Taxman, Love You Too, and I Want to Tell You. Here we see him practicing the sitar with Ravi Shankar. Pepper, he only gets one song, Within You, Without You. Magical Mystery Tour, again, he only gets one song. Then it's The Time for Apple, 1968, and he's already been asked to do the soundtrack for Wonderwall, the film, and Wonderwall, the album, becomes the first Beatles solo album in the UK. The White Album, which only has 4 songs, is saved by George when he finds out Capitol puts compression. Yellow Submarine comes out, and only 2 songs again. He adds strings to The King of Fuff for Brute Force, puts out Electronic Sounds, one of the only 2 albums to come out on the Apple subdivision, Zapple Records. He produces Apple protege Jackie Lomax. In LA, he records half of the album and half the album in the UK for Is This What You Want? During an argument for Let It Be, he actually leaves the Beatles for some time. He dives into work with Billy Preston and some star-studded cast to make the incredible Billy Preston album, That's the Way God Planned It. Then on Abbey Road, of course, he has his 2 allotted songs, Here Comes the Sun being one, Something the other. That's the alternate cover for That's the Way God Planned It. And when the Beatles finally do come to an end, there we see him in August of '69, he goes back to work with Billy again and works on Billy's incredible album, Encouraging Words, one of my favorite Apple albums of all time. And also he's working with Doris Troy. Now Billy, Doris, and George get together and they get some sessions in '70 and they produce Doris Troy. And there we see the Doris Troy album. That's really a great one. George also records an improvisational jazz record with the Modern Jazz Quartet, but that's not released. He is the first Beatle to have a #1 solo single. He has the huge success with All Things Must Pass, the #1 album and top-selling Beatles solo album. He never forgets his buddy Ringo Starr and gives Ringo Starr the single It Don't Come Easy that goes to #4 in the US and the UK. Produces the Radha Krishna Temple album that has a UK top 20 single on it. Helps his old pal John Lennon out with 5 songs on John's #1 album in the UK and the US, Imagine. Then Ravi Shankar tells him of all the trouble. Here we see Alan Klein, and they plan a charity concert. And this would become the Concert of Bangladesh. And here we see George jamming it out with everybody on stage. Now, not only is George there with Ringo, but he has special guest Eric Clapton who's performing with him. And he brings Bob Dylan back to the stage. And when Concert of Bangladesh comes out, it sweeps the Grammy for the Album of the Year. And here's Ringo.
I'd just like to say that I'm picking this up on behalf of everyone who was at the concert and everyone who put in the time, especially George Harrison, Phil Spector, Ringo Starr, Billy Preston, Ravi Shankar, Klaus Voormann, Eric Clapton, Bob Dylan, Leon Russell, Badfinger, and for Apple for getting it together. What a plug.
Happy heavenly birthday to George Harrison from all of us at Another Vinyl Show. Thanks for watching, everybody.